welcome to your English class. Dear students, today we are going to do set 3 of lesson number 20, integrated grammar practice worksheet. Dear students, as we have discussed in our previous video that how we have to do the different kinds of sentences according to the questions which are being mentioned on them. In this exercise, in this video also, we are going to do the set 3, and we will also follow the steps which we learn throughout the grammar in different topics.
Dear students, open your books on page numbers 169. Now we are going to start with the solution of set 3, and during this video we will also understand that why we are doing such changes. Exercise A. There is one error in each line of the paragraph. Write the incorrect words and the correct word in the space given. Do you know whom Dashrath Manji is? He was a villager, which is also known as the mountain man. Here, as you can see, that the word whom is wrong over here, incorrect over here. That's why I have written whom in the incorrect column, and the correct word is who, because here as you can see that this sentence is talking about Dashrath. So this word here which should be who. The word who is referring to the noun, whereas whom is a word which tells us that something belonging to someone. So here as we are talking about the noun, that's why we will use who. We are not using which or that over here, because it is a proper noun. It's a living thing. That's why we will use who over here. He was a villager, which is also known as, students, as I told you that as he is a living being, so we will use who. We will not use which or that with a living being. So what we will do, which is wrong, the word which is incorrect, so we will write which in the incorrect column, and the space which is given for correct word, we will place who over there. How it will sound? A villager who is also known as the mountain man. Now as you can hear that this when I have changed this which with who, the sentence has started sounding correct. His is a story of an ordinary man. Where responded. Here also as you can see, where is the word which refers to places, but we are not referring to places, we are referring to the men. So we will use who in place of where. We will write where in the incorrect column, and write who in the correct column. Extraordinarily to adverse situations. Manji were a small-time laborer in Gahlor, that is a small village in Bihar. Now here Manji, as you can see that Manji is the name of that villager. He is a singular noun. So the verb which we are using with it, with that noun, it should also be a singular. So we will write were in the incorrect column, and we will write was in the correct column, because were refers to plural nouns and was refers to singular nouns. a small time laborer in Galore, that is a small village in Bihar. Here this word that is incorrect, so we have written that in the incorrect column, and in place of that we have to use which, so we have written which in the correct column. One day her wife was crossing the Galore hills to bringing him lunch when she slipped. Now in this sentence, as you can see, that we are talking about a man, and here this word her wife is telling us that we are talking about a woman, so it's wrong. We will underline this word her and place it in the incorrect column, and in the correct column we will fill his. Now in this sentence, the Galore hills to bringing him lunch. Here, as you know, that gerunds are also used. Verbs can be gerunds and verbs can also be infinitive. But here, this verb is neither a gerund nor an infinitive. So what we will do, we will make it as an infinitive. Here the requirement of the verb is infinitive, so we will make this bringing, we will change this verb bringing to its first form. The Galore hills to bring him lunch when she slipped. We will write bringing in the incorrect column and bring in the correct column. And fell, who eventually led to her death. Heartbroken. Now in this sentence, as I have told you earlier, that whenever we talk about a living being, a living person, we use who. We never use which or that. But here we are talking about an incident, so we will write which in place of who. See, I have written who in the incorrect column and which in the correct column. Dashrath set out to carve a road through the hills because. Here the sentence is telling us the reason. It is giving us, this sentence is giving us a reason. The reason is given in the beginning of the sentence, and after that the result of that reason is given. So what we will do is we will remove this because and use so that in place of it. Incorrect. In the incorrect column we have written because, and in the correct column we have written so that. How this sentence will sound now? Dashrath set out to carve a road through the hills so that his village could get easier access for hospitals. Here, for is a wrong word which is being used here. So, what we will do? We will remove this preposition and place it in the incorrect column, and in place of this preposition we will use to, which is also a preposition. See how this sentence will sound if we place to in place of in place of for. His village could get easier access to hospitals. 22 years later, he had built a 360-foot long road whose reduced a distance of 55 km to a mere 15 kilometer. Here whose is incorrect. Whose is a word which is used for living beings. It tells us that a particular thing is belonging to someone. But here we are talking about a particular thing, a particular non-living thing. So what we will use? We will use which in place of whose. See, I have written in whose in the incorrect column, and in the correct column we have written which. Last sentence. Reduced a distance of 55 kilometer to a mere 15 kilometer. Here it cannot be a. So this article which is being used here is wrong. That's why we will replace it with the article the, because it's a definite it's this noun which is given here, distance of 55 kilometer. This number is definite. That's why we will use a definite article in place of an indefinite article. What we have done? We have placed a in the incorrect column and the in the correct column, as you can see. Exercise B. Tick the correct options and use them to complete these sentences. Sentence number 1. Dash the film ended. We went out for dinner. After the film ended, we cannot place until, because if we will place until over here, the sentence will become wrong. The meaning of the sentence is that when the film ended, after that only we went out for dinner. But if we will use until over here, the meaning of the sentence will become wrong. Until the film ended, we went out for dinner. It will give a wrong meaning. It will mean that the film was not ended, but we went out for the dinner. As long as you follow the safety regulations, you will be safe during the jungle safari. Option A is correct. These paintings are dash as the ones we bought yesterday. As colorful as. Option A is correct in sentence number 3. Sentence number 4. Dash being flat-footed, Sabiha managed to finish the marathon. Correct option is option A, in spite of. Next sentence is, you can't visit the old monument unless you have a special permission from the Archaeological Survey of India. Here we will use unless, because the meaning of the sentence is saying that they will not allow to enter the old monuments if we do not have the special permission from the Archaeological Survey. Sentence number 6. Since I started exercising in the mornings, my entire routine changed for the better. Option A is correct, since. Sentence number 7. The executive whom we had submitted the papers was very helpful. Because we are referring to a person, that's why we are using whom. Sentence number 8. The building dash had caught fire last month has been renovated. Option B is correct. Which? The building which had caught fire last month has been renovated. Now, our next exercise is rearrange these words and phrases to form meaningful sentences. Sentence number 1 is, the woman who is the minister of a of Agriculture shook her hands. Sentence number 2 is, my brother is lending me his bicycle for the weekend. Sentence number 3, I would have carried my umbrella earlier if it would have rained. Here I have forgotten to write, so I am writing it right now. If it had rained. Our next sentence is, Rashmi has bought herself oil colors for her birthday. The next award will be presented by our esteemed professor. Sentence number 6. I still wonder why they are friends. Sentence number 7. The purse that got blue was stolen. That's all for today, dear students. Thank you and have a good day.